Hello guys, this is Alex Julian, or Aloysius Zanderman here, formerly known as Game Universa, but now I am known as Chipster Apple on DeviantArt. And I have a YouTube account, but do not mind it too much. That's just to keep track of my videos and see how the videos do when they flow to the statistics unit on that official website by the Google overhead. And also, because of how my blog on Blogger by Google was riddled with a lot of excessive advertisements about toilet paper when I was not talking about toilet paper at all in my blog, I do not care about Blogger at this point, because already they misrepresented my username and my conversation by giving irrelevant and false suggestions to my work of art. So, yeah, just so you keep that in mind. And I will go on with the subject of this video, which will be about the banana sauce and the chocolate Frosty from Wendy's when it comes to my reviewing of such an item. So I will be doing a food review of Wendy's chocolate Frosty with banana sauce. That is the unit I am reviewing tonight, and I will be doing more talk shows as the time goes on. And I give a toast to you, with there being two of these cans of cherry Coca-Cola Zero. And definitely I'm in sort of a pissy mood here and there because of how Google does not yet realize from their excessive spam emails that they have been sending me and other people, they still do not realize the troubles they are having with artificial intelligence, because differences in intelligence do not matter so much, so why should artificial intelligence be different? Well, I mean, it is different, but it's still a kind of intelligence, and I could give a toast on that stupidity by Google and say, thank God I do not work for Mountain View, California. There we go. Out with the bad, in with the good. So when it comes to these Frosties by Wendy's, these Frosties are sort of like ice cream and sort of like milkshake. And it's kind of like a combination of things that still requires a spoon very much. Although I'm not sure if a straw would be best to suck up all the material. But then again, it does have to do with speech impediments when it comes to surprises and shocks of flavor and taste and humor and pleasure and feeling and emotion. All those things related to the analytical approach to having a chocolate Frosty with banana sauce. And of course, when it comes to the banana sauce by Wendy's, I would say their banana sauce is not as strong as it could be, because I know already that Wendy's chocolate Frosty is not the most chocolatey kind of dessert you can have. And the banana sauce tastes lighter and more weaker than the chocolate Frosty. And yes, I do have my mouth full of words, but at least I'm willing to have reasons and communications. So let me be operational with my reviewer style of criticism. But yeah, let me do another toast here with tribute to the Cowboys. Now notice how this star here of the Cowboys does match a lot of history of constellations and a lot of history of astronomy and astrology, even when it comes to where the Star Spangled Banner goes for the American Patriots. Uh, you could probably hear the soda really here. You could probably hear the soda in this fuming cup. And it's a fuming cup that clicks with the air for the backwards approach to winding down and keeping a close eye on approaches to the works here and there of where to spot the little ones for the big ones when it comes to having a drink and having a good jolly time like I am right now. And when it comes to the chocolate frosty by Wendy's, it's more in line with the kind of chocolate you could expect from the alkaline cocoa that is present in chocolate milk, in particular low-fat chocolate milk that you can find in the supermarkets. And this Wendy's chocolate frosty is about as strong as that kind of chocolate, and that is pretty weak and pathetic. And I have to use a little bit of harsher terms here just so that food companies realize that we cannot be happy and jolly all the time, especially when tastes and reasons are going down into the gutters. You know, we got to approach things carefully so that way we're not celebrating for pathetic and irrational reasons and causes. Because definitely there can be those kinds of causes and reasons that kind of go down in the gutter because they are low end, they are obvious, they are fruitless, and basically these are the kinds of causes and reasons that we should approach carefully because it's not easy to say where to dismiss them if we're not getting enough information on the axiology of the subject. And so when it comes to the taste of the tempest and the roar of the rote, well, what is it with literary expressionism that we can place down and return to the change that goes after us? I mean, change could go after us rather than for us, and it does get tiresome to recount all those moments of tribute. And hey, with the banana sauce, I have a question for Wendy's, just for Wendy's that is here in town. Instead of using banana sauce, why not actually use real bananas at the Wendy's for the pilot station? Because already that pilot station does have too many bananas here and there, and they do store those fruits all year long when it comes to the approach to nutrition guidelines and nutrition facts and nutrition science and all of that gymnastic hocus pocus for fitness fanatics. And hey, let's keep in mind that there's supposed to be some intellectual stimulation from having the means of opinionatorcism. Nah, I made up that word. I don't know. Should we have new words? Well, sometimes new words are necessary, and other times new words are kind of like a word that is broken in half and cannot be repaired with meaning. So we gotta be careful of where we piecemeal our vocabulary, especially with the diction for Wendy's fast food, because Wendy's fast food can seem impressive, and there could be burgers and fries, and now I'm not going to say milkshakes because I do not know that subject area yet. But definitely, when it comes to Wendy's, they have marvelous spicy chicken. Spicy chicken that chews on most bites very well. Um, it's the kind of hot and spicy chicken that flows with steam and with cooking perfection, and it enters my mouth with a lot of um, delight, and it causes me to have a lot of enthusiasm and wit and humor about the subject. And it's the kind of food that excels on causing stimulation of the taste buds and nerves. And there's definitely a lot of circuitry in my mindset that correlates with the wonders of Wendy's approach to the tendies category of hot and spicy chicken. And hey, it's okay to have my mouth full when it comes to words and those kinds of things, because after all, there's information we must consider. I mean, what is Arby's trying to talk about? I mean, um, are they trying to say that they are afraid of information by constantly dissing and humiliating themselves with poor advertisements on TV? Um, I mean, meats. I mean, having the meats. Well, there may be meats, but what about the other things? And hey, I mean, when it comes to Wendy's Frosties do have a lot of chill and frozen delight when it comes to the cold temperatures of those cold desserts. And it's the kind of cold dessert that could be treated as a side with choice of sandwich and choice of potatoes or choice of chili or choice of salad when it comes to having all of those reasons and causes combining to the present moment in delight of the roaring enthusiasm that rumbles in the abdomen area, reaching to the stars and coming back again for the spangled banners, of course. Now, when it comes to banana sauce and bananas, I think it really is kind of like a catch to have a banana sauce because a banana sauce can be touched by other ingredients, stirring into the fluid mixture of that yellow elastic gunk that Wendy's puts on top of their chocolate frosty. And I suppose they could also put it on top of their vanilla frosty. Um, and I've had other frosties, I've had other fusions by Wendy's. There's a lot of variety right now when it comes to the frosties, the choice of frosties at Wendy's. And as far as a rating goes that I have for the Wendy's chocolate frosty, compared to the best chocolate ice cream, I would give Wendy's chocolate frosty 2 stars out of five. Because after all, it's not really a very strong or intense flavor that is very memorable. And the banana sauce can be redundant when it comes to the irrelevant tastes that come out of it. And in fact, if anything, with the banana sauce having such a pathetic lack of impact on the chocolate frosty, it makes me wonder why Wendy's even bothered to make that yellow gunk to put on top of their cup of dessert. Because after all, I should think of it as something more gourmet and not gunk. But then again, movie companies, especially with the Despicable Me companies and the minions. They like to be redundant when it comes to their absurdity and with their lack of intelligence that they treat as comedy instead of irrelevant art content. And I think a lot of the comedy from the past is becoming irrelevant humor, as in false humor, as in pseudo humor. It's the kind of pseudo humor where it's like an artist would try to come up with these gimmicks on a TV screen or on a movie theater screen when really they're just trying to find something to do and something worth their time when really they are looking at the clock all the time and playing with the hands and the seconds with pretentiousness of happy hour, which is more like depressing moments. And we have to remember that a band from a long time ago called the Naked Ladies, a long time ago, they already dismissed a lot of that crazy logic when it comes to supplementing fast food with fast emotions because often in real life that does not work. There has to be more element to it. I mean, it's like, yeah, there can be human nature here and there when it comes to the music and the service and the lobby and the neighbors and the gathering of locals and strangers. But then again, um, life is life, and well, until life happens, I'm not going to assume right away that life is actually there. If you could get the metaphors and symbols about the word life. Because after all, is there vivacity in life? Is there quality in life? Is there conjunction in life? Is there comprehension in life? Definitely. I know, at the television right now, the TV is full of a lot of false advertisements and false gimmicks that are not entertaining. They are not humorous. They are not funny. They are not amusing. They are just rude, imperfect forms of apathy. I mean, that's really what it is. And definitely the Arby's ads right now are basically a false treatment of apathy to make it seem like comedy rather than irrelevant art content. And hey, do I have apathy here? Well, let me tell you this. I mean, if I was to have that banana sauce from Wendy's, it should have been stronger in flavor than the actual bananas, but instead it feels like a muddy and puddling, pathetic attempt at trying to make a banana squeeze down to a little juice that could be shipped quickly for the market. But hey, I mean, I'm trying to get flavor out of the banana sauce. I'm trying to get flavor out of the Wendy's chocolate frosty, but then again, I think it's more about the chocolate frosty and the light flavor as opposed to there being something of a dominion at work when it comes to having that flourishing imagination that sparks so much enthusiasm for impossible realities, which is basically the same as saying nothing except lies. So yeah, when it comes to the frosty, the chocolate frosty with banana sauce, I actually give that a 1.5 out of 5 for the stupidity of having tasteless toppings on top of something that was already struggling with the taste in the first place. And let this be a lesson to Wendy's, and maybe next time they'll get around to actually serving a better dessert.